Welcome to the TTO Podcast. I'm Pluto, joined here with the co-host Guz.
What's cracking lacking?
We're gonna go over Week 6 recap and of course the pick'ems for Week 7. So let's get it on.
Man, we did trash this week, bro.
Oh yeah,
Come
we
on,
knew this
bro.
like from off the rip, dude. Sunday hit us, we were like, oh boy.
It was a rough one. Like a lot of crazy games I called that I thought that were gonna do well, and they did well. But the
Some
ones
good
that I
ones
thought-
though.
Yeah, I thought the ones that I was gonna do well in actually ended up backfiring on me.
Oh yeah,
so
same. Oh yeah.
It was
I mean-
a little rough, dude.
Let's just say this: Matt Ryan was the lead passer in the week. Let's just.
Hey, don't be sleeping on Matty Ice, bro. You know.
I think he's top 10. I think he's top 10 overall in pass yards too. He just got to.
I mean, he's definitely. I mean, do you think he's Hall of Fame worthy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think because football's easier than a lot of sports, right?
Whoa, okay. All right, I know you've been watching hockey and all lately, but let's not get crazy.
I think the hardest is baseball.
Wow, okay. We're going to go ahead and just forget you ever said that and go straight into week. All right, boys.
This is a
let's get
football
started.
podcast. I'm sorry.
This is a
I'm sorry.
football podcast, all right? We're going to go ahead and start with the game that,
That didn't
just
happen.
ended. The game that just ended right
Bro,
now.
that game was. Yeah, that's why we're
That was
recording this at 11:30 on
insane,
Monday
bro.
night.
Fucking Broncos and the Chargers. Chargers ended with a overtime field goal.
Because the
my
muff
boy-
punt.
My boy D Hop injured. He hit three. He was 4 for 4 field goals, but he had injured leg the whole entire time. But he actually went ahead and won the game for the Chargers, winning
He did.
19-16.
Would you say Herbert looked impressive?
Not really. No,
I think Russ looked impressive the first quarter.
It's a lot to say for him, right? Because he's been
I
pretty much
know.
trash the whole year. But no, actually, Herbert had a really not, I would say, not a good week at all, fantasy wise, and also
No.
just in general. He had 238 and an interception, 37 for 57. What?
He
Bro.
threw the ball 57 times, mind you.
Bro, they're the more I watch them on offense, like they're using Eckler a lot, but like they really don't have anyone else.
I mean, yeah. I mean, what's his face? They have Williams. Allen's still out. He didn't play today.
And Everett he did decent as well, but like yeah, they don't really have like
Palmer, 9 receptions. Not a lot of yards, but he
Okay.
caught the ball a lot.
Yeah, 57 yards, but I mean, at the same time, it's like you need more than that to win a game. Luckily, they were able to squeeze it out with a shitty Broncos team, but
We all took the dub there, though, which is nice.
We did.
Saved
We
us.
finally-
We could have been
yeah.
looking even worse.
thank God. I
We could
can't
have
wait
been
to hear
looking
the
worse.
tally at the end of that, bro, because I mean, it was a rough week. But
We'll
going
recap
into
Jesse, too.
Oh, yeah.
All three of us had it.
All three of us? Okay, cool. Moving into the Thursday game last week, we had the Commanders and the Bears.
They're selling these games, bro. Like, what are these games they're putting on Thursday Night Football?
Yeah,
What is this, dude? Like,
yeah,
come on, dude.
they're pretty trash. We got a good Thursday night game coming up this week, but
Which is nice to see after
yeah,
field goal
finally.
galore on Thursdays and
finally,
Mondays.
but yeah, Commanders and Bears, 12-7. The Commanders.
What were you
know,
thinking, Gus, on that pick?
I was thinking they were at the Bears, and maybe the home field advantage could have did something.
Understandable.
That was kind
Respectable.
of and the Commanders really, you really didn't know what the, I mean,
Fields,
Jesse
though.
knew. Jesse knew.
Jesse
His
knew.
Commanders, but
I took the Commanders, too, on that pick.
You did take the Commanders on that one. That was one that I was wrong on. I was gonna. try
Wentz
to
is
swap
out
it
4
up.
to 6 weeks, too, with a broken finger. So now you got Heineke coming back in. I think that could be a good change up for him.
Maybe so. Maybe it might be like a Cooper Rush for them or something, but I doubt it. I mean, I doubt it. But needless to say, Commanders 12, Bears 7. I mean, they're gonna go ahead and take that dub to move to 2-4, and to be
Snooze
fair,
fest.
yeah, it was a straight snooze fest. Like I didn't even watch that game, so I'm not even gonna act like I know much about it because that was just a trash game to watch. Like I'm not a fan.
I'm glad I got the win, though, on the pick, but that's all I could really
Fair
get from that
enough.
one.
But this next game right here, the 49ers and the Falcons. The Falcons just come out of nowhere. They're like, okay, we're gonna score points.
We're
Mariota.
gonna shut down the boys. I mean,
Shut
to
down
be
the
fair,
boys.
they still got they got their points, like their numbers, like fantasy wise. Like if you had any, like, Ayuk, or if you had Debo, like they gave you respectable numbers, but they
Yeah.
scored 14 points all in one
14
quarter.
points.
All in
14
one quarter,
points
too.
in one quarter, and they lost 28-14. The thing about the Falcons is like I've noticed this about the Falcons. They lose. When they do lose, they still score a lot of points. I feel like
They
this
do.
team can score points.
Mariota
Even
looks good.
without,
He's cooking.
he does. And even without Cordell Patterson, they look
Who's this
pretty
Huntley
decent.
dude? Who's this
Yeah,
Huntley dude?
Huntley's
Do you know who he is?
I have no idea who this cat is. Somebody probably got picked up, either third string running
Caleb
back,
Huntley.
maybe came off the practice squad or some shit. Who fucking knows? But he's definitely putting in the work. I mean, he didn't have a crazy game, but he's doing enough to get them where they need to be.
And he's got 2 more weeks sidelined. You know what I mean? So he's got a couple
Yeah.
more times to show it. Like, I dig it.
Yeah, no, I mean, fair to him. I mean, fair play to him.
Good
The
for the
Falcons played
Falcons.
great. Yeah, Falcons.
I've been
played
riding
great.
the Falcons for a while too. I'm surprised I didn't go with this pick, honestly.
Man, fuck them dirty birds, but that's just me.
Kind of hard to go with against the 49ers after they played so good the week before too.
And both of those teams now are 3-3, so that'll be interesting to watch in the future. But
For sure.
moving on to the next game, we got the Pats and the Browns. Your Pats, man, bro, they're making
Yeah,
me a
they're-
believer, son. Like what?
Yo, Bailey Zappi, can we talk about it? 309 yards
Tell me about
passing,
Tell me about it.
2 tutties, 118 fucking rating. Does he play over Mac Jones when he
Yeah,
comes back?
you leave him in, right? Like it's kind of like a
Rush
similar
hour, right?
Cooper Rush. Yeah, I think you leave him in until it fails.
Bailey Zappi, the new man on
The old
campus.
Zapper.
The old Zapparoo.
Yeah, ended up beating the Browns.
I'll take that
38-15.
solo win there. You and Jesse aren't believers. Soon, I hope you
Yeah.
ride the train.
I,
We'll see.
I agree. I agree, man. I mean, but do you blame me though? Like you have a backup quarterback. You really, I mean, look at your team, but they're somehow winning. So like,
They got a good defense. We got a good defense.
Yeah. Fair enough, man. Well, look, Pats take that 38-15. Props to your boys. Are now
Pat
3-3.
myself on the back.
Yeah, go ahead. And take
Back
that,
to
brother.
500.
But then let's talk about this next game that I'm about to bring up. The Jets
boy.
versus the Packers. 27-10.
This game is
What the
outlandish,
fuck?
bro. This is your biggest
Oh.
upset too, and I don't know what you and Jesse both. You guys both
Yeah.
had this. You guys are both
Me-
crazy. Looked in
me
the
and
crystal
Jesse-
ball.
Me and Jesse were holding hands on this one, man. Well, I don't know. I had this weird feeling about this game. It's crazy, and so did Jesse, man. The Jets really, I don't know, bro. Are they I'm saying they're the real deal, man. Like,
The Jets,
we-
dude. I
are
mean,
we
4-2, 3-0 away too. 3-0 away.
Yeah, your boy Bryce Hall, 20 carries, 116 and a TD. Like
My
that's
pick for he's
solid,
my
brother.
isn't he wasn't my pick for rookie of the year too.
That is a great pick, man. That's dude. Their defense is solid. Their
Aaron
offense is
Rodgers, dude, he
solid,
just
like-
needs some wide receivers. They should have traded for Robbie Anderson. They should
Yeah.
call the Carolina Panthers for DJ Moore. They need to get on the phone and get something going.
Yeah, they need to get going with Rodgers because this is gonna make Rodgers.
This team could be
tired.
way more than 3-3. This team should realistically be 5-1. They should have beat the Giants and they should have beat the Jets.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. But needless to say, they're 3-3 and they just lost to the fucking Jets. So.
And you and Jesse, I actually put this wrong. Jesse got this right. I forgot. Jesse has this right actually.
What do you
He
mean?
took the Jets. I didn't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I marked it wrong in the book like a goon. So he actually has. He tallies us over for the week by 1 because I
Yeah.
fucking knew it.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely telling it wrong. You gotta let him know that.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, he totally hit the Jets with me. That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
I definitely put a big old X next to it if you look at it.
I understand. But I got the check. Sorry, Jesse, you got the wrong. You got the next.
Well, good pick though for the biggest upset. Good shit.
That-
I'll give you the
it's
pat on
crazy
the back.
because that was like that was a great, but then like the rest of the games that I picked are just like that I thought were for sures, like weren't.
But-
This next game, honestly, with the Colts and the Jags could have gone either way. I feel like
It could have.
was a
It could
close
have.
game.
It could have. But Matty Ryan, dude, looked good. Like I said,
Matty Ryan looked great.
he only threw it
gave us an
58
X.
times.
Yeah, he gave us an X by all of ours. We all chose the Jaguars on this one.
We did, yeah. I mean, it's hard not to. If you look at, I mean, Trevor Lawrence still's getting his points, 3 total tutties. He's looking all right still, but they just they're not looking too great on defense now. They look like they're letting up a lot of yards, dude.
Yeah, and it was weird. I mean, they had 15 points in the fourth quarter. That's weird. Like, would they do
That's
good
weird.
for 2? Yeah, I would imagine.
Must have, right? Yeah, so they can come within 7. They had to have.
Right. Yeah, well, props to the Colts, man, on closing. Their Colts are actually
Without
3-2.
JT, without JT as well.
Without JT, and maybe that I'm not gonna say that changes a lot because I think Jonathan
Makes him
Taylor
play a little differently for sure,
yeah,
right?
exactly. And it kind of, when it comes to the defensive schemes, they don't really know what to expect from the Colts, right? They know when
Yeah, yeah.
JT's in the game, they're like, oh shit, he's going to be running a lot.
They're
Let's
scheming
plan for
heavily
that.
for him. They didn't even
Right.
have Hines either.
Yeah. I mean, your boy Pittman
Pittman's
Jr.
a dog. He's a dog.
13 receptions for 134 yards. That's
Dog.
like Jamar Chase numbers, but without the touchdowns.
Literally, which is still solid though. That's like,
it's a
that's
solid
honestly like that's a Justin Jefferson type of night.
What,
Doesn't
that's
score a touchdown, gets
26
13.
points in a PPR league.
We take those. We eat
Yeah,
those.
you take those all day long.
You eat those like Jameson Winston.
Yeah,
I don't mind if you get a tutty all the welcome, because that makes you
Yeah.
30 plus in the column. Without it, dude, still looking pretty. Still looking
Yeah,
good. Respectable
solid.
by him.
I mean, if you don't have Pittman on your fantasy roster, you might want to look at getting him. He was very.
He's up and down.
Him
A little
and
up
Ryan,
and down.
Yeah, I don't know too much about the cat. I don't have him, but for this game, I can go ahead and tell you, him and Matt Ryan had something going. So
Sure.
be curious to see how that goes in the future. But moving on to the next game, which I know we predicted this one, the Vikings and the Dolphins, 24-16.
You know I love me my fucking Vikings. Oh, especially over the Dolphins, dude. You got to beat them over the Dolphins, especially without Tua. Vikings 5-1, looking real good.
And you know what's crazy is that Teddy had a pretty solid game.
He did.
Was like 329 and 2 TDs, and they still lost.
23 for 34 too, which isn't very bad. 9 incompletions, not bad at all. Tyreek Hill ate it, bro. Another dog week too. 12 receptions, 177 yards. Sheesh.
Yeah, man, that's And then you look on the other end with Justin Jefferson, 6 receptions, 107 yards, no touchdowns, but I mean, still a solid day from Justin.
Very solid for the boy.
Your boy Thielen finally got on the bar with a TD with 4 receptions and 36 yards. So shout out to Adam.
Eating the mini yards there. He seems like a guy that, I mean, I don't want to say he doesn't belong, because he actually fits the Vikings well with having all the attention on Jefferson, and he's reliable to catch the ball. You know what I mean? You're not going to probably get a lot of value for him if you trade him. So he's probably right in the right fit, dude. They're looking good. This Vikings team is pretty damn solid overall, like defense and offense. One of my favorite teams to watch.
Pretty solid team indeed. 5-1, 2-1 the way. So I mean,
Dalvin Cook's looking good. Only 13 carries to get it done. 77 yards and a tud.
Yeah, I mean, if you have him on your fantasy roster, that's looking good. He's a definitely good RB2 option.
RB1 usually. He's definitely always. Oh yeah, he's always in that conversation. He's one that scores touchdowns when they need to.
The reason why I put him in RB2 is because to the fact that he gets injured. He does. I'll tell you this: you have to have the handcuff with Madison, which I always do when I grab Cook myself. Yeah, if you're ever drafting Cook, ladies and gentlemen,
you gotta have him.
You gotta have the backup, because there's a chance that he's getting hurt. But when he's healthy, he's a freaking demon, man. So
facts, dude.
Shout out to Cook for that. But moving on to the next game, this one hurt my soul a little bit because my Saints looked really good, man. The whole game. They looked so good. They started out fire. I was really excited. But Joey B, man, to his credit, I mean, we love him down here. A lot of love-hate down here for this man. Not even hate. Just love, dislike for this week, because everyone down here loves Joe Burrow. The Bengals beating the Saints 30-26 with a nail-biter finish at the end. But
Chase putting him on their blender, bro. Chase put them on a blender.
Chase had 2 receptions at halftime, bro. And I don't know what him and Joe Burrow did in the locker room. I don't know if they smoked a cigarette like they did, or a cigar like they did in the national championship for the LSU game. I don't know what they did. But when they came out of halftime, boy, they bounced back. And Jamar Chase with 7 receptions, 132 yards, and a TD. A game-winning.
Killed it. Bro, that one play, though, that I remember watching that game in the fucking red zone when he fucking gave the 60-yard fucking whoop whoop.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Whoop, whoop. Yeah, absolutely.
Gave them both the shimmy, dude, and bounced on him. That was nasty, dude. He's dope to watch. That's another one of my favorite teams to watch in the NFL right now.
Joe Burrow, literally my second favorite team behind New Orleans for sure. Joe Burrow with 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 were passing, and 1 was a great rushing touchdown. Somehow this man knows how to make it happen, and I know I've told you.
They looked bad at first, though. They looked bad in the beginning of the year.
They're starting
to get a click. They're starting to get a click.
Did the Saints look good? You know what I'm saying? Like, it could have gone either way. Like, our
Saints are 1-3 in the dome, so I don't think the dome's really a big thing anymore. Not looking like they're really getting it done. I know, but but numbers don't
We have
lie
no
there.
quarterback, brother. We have Andy Dalton. I mean,
The Red Rifle.
162 and a TD, and then you got Jameson that's hurt, and we just don't really have. We have so many weapons, bro. Well, we can't utilize them, right? Like
I mean,
Kamara
Alvin
did okay.
Kamara, he's looking good, dude. He's carrying it nice. He's looking back like he kind of was. They need to get him in the end zone, though. He needs to get in the end zone more.
Yeah, he's
Fantasy owner of him.
definitely not. And we still have, Michael Thomas. We should have just got rid of that motherfucker. Like,
You think so?
Yeah, bro, because he's injured. He was injured most of all last season.
He's gonna get injured all the time, bro.
he's
That's just what he
injured
is
this
now.
time.
He's
Yeah.
not. He's like he's a skeleton of himself.
For the money that we're paying him, I feel like we can get rid of him and get a decent quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I feel like that's
I
more
agree. Oh, I agree.
beneficial. But I don't want to prolong too long on this game. It was a close game. Potentially game of the week, to be honest, because it was
Seriously,
really
yeah, it could
close
be.
game.
It could be.
It could be up there. It was a good week. But
Say
yeah,
that's a toss-up.
Bengals close it out 30-26. Man, nothing you really say about that one. Shout out to Joey.
Sorry, you
B.
took the L there.
No problem, man. I knew it's our year for us, man. It's not a good year. I can just tell from the beginning. But moving forward, we got the Ravens and the Giants, and this was
Another surprising one here.
another one that I picked to win. The Giants are on a roll right now, brother. Like,
I thought they were gonna finally get I think the Ravens have figured out a little bit.
yeah, I mean,
They seem a little
sure.
figured out here.
Let me stop Mark Andrews and let me shut down Lamar, and we
And
win.
even think of this. I think even when they played us, the game that I went to, and they beat us, like we almost figured them out and beat them. You know what I mean? We could have won that game, and like after that, they haven't looked really too hot.
They haven't
all the
looked
games
too
are
hot,
close.
but let's not get it twisted, bro. It's still a good football team.
They are.
But I really give credit
And
to
Lamar's
yeah,
Lamar.
Lamar is Lamar, but at the same time, the Giants, bro, they're looking really good. 5-1 right
Oh,
now,
yeah.
3-1 at home, bro. They just really it's
And they won the
crazy.
London game against fucking the Green Bay Packers. Dude.
Yeah, and it's
Sheesh.
not like Daniel Jones is like doing anything crazy. The dude was 19 for 27, which is not terrible, but 173 and 2 touchdowns. The yardage is not really there, but he's scoring TDs.
He
And of
is,
course,
he
you
is.
have Barkley. I mean, he's.
I
gonna
like
get
Danny
one
Jones, dude. I think he has what it takes to get it done. He showed it, beat a Ravens team. We'll just see. Let's just see how long they keep it going. I mean, I like him. Mark Andrews still. I mean, we say they're figured out. Mark Andrews, 7 receptions, 106 and a tutty. Not too figured out, if you ask me.
Yeah, not too figured out. Those playmakers are going to get those points, but I don't know. Is their defense a little lacking? Like.
But Lamar, late time in the Lamar with having to throw the ball, like having to get down the field and throw the ball late in the game scares me, to be honest.
Yeah.
17 out of 32, like you can show like he needs to get more accurate because he doesn't make long passes. That's why he still gets his 210. But I feel like I'd like to see him throw it a little bit more shorter and grind out some more, more
That's the
completions.
thing about those running back quarterbacks, right? They'll go in, they'll come in the shotgun, they'll get back, they'll look at one receiver, they don't have
Yep.
it, they're taking off running. They don't have that good pocket presence like a Drew Brees or an Aaron Rodgers or a Tom Brady. They just immediately think they got wheels so they can run.
Instantly, it's like their first option, so to speak, almost.
Exactly. So, people can figure that out after a while, especially defenses that are studying him. So they're planning for that. But
Oh, yeah.
needless to say, the Giants end up winning that 24-20. So shout out to the Giants, 5-1. That's
Oh yeah. It's a good
some
shit.
teams that are winning that normally don't win. It's like the tide is turning for some teams, like the Jets, the Giants, like these random teams that haven't been good for years are finally starting to like.
Which
come
is
back
nice to
around
see.
again.
It's refreshing, dude. It
Yeah,
really
yeah,
is kind of
it is.
refreshing, like to just see a change in the whole dynamic. The NFL, like anyone could win right now. It's kind of crazy, which is nice
Exactly.
to watch.
And you want to talk about a change? How about this next game? The Steelers and the Buccaneers. Steelers win 20-18.
Wild, bro. This was wild, bro.
What? Tom Brady's done, bro. He's absolutely.
Tom Brady
done
he's
after
checked
this
out.
year.
He's checked out.
He fucking showing up to your boy Kraft's wedding before the fucking game and shit, like not missing practice and all this bullshit. Like,
Getting divorced by his wife
yeah, I mean,
because he rather play football. Like, it just seems like too much is going on for him.
yeah,
like
he's
out of
got-
the
He's
game.
got way too much shit going on, man. And the fact that they
It's
lost
not a
to the
sprung chicken
Steelers-
anymore. Still the GOAT, don't get me wrong, but
Oh, for
Buddy.
sure, but yeah, hang it up, man.
hang it up, brother.
You should have retired when you retired, when you were on top, And at
It's
the
just
end
like,
of the day-
well, you could have been way happier overall. I mean-
100%. And I don't know if this necessarily tarnishes his legacy,
No
but
way,
at
hell
the
no.
same time, it's just kind of like, come on, Tom, what are you doing, man? Like,
No,
I
but you
get
look at
it.
the NFL; it's so elite right now. Like the
Yeah.
NFL has never been this elite ever,
Hey,
which
but
is
don't
only going to get more elite as it goes on. Though.
true, but don't get it twisted. Towards the end of the year, TV turns up.
He
when it
does.
comes
He
to
does. We're
playoff
not counting him.
dominance.
I'm not counting him out yet.
But in reality, though, he's got to get there. So
True.
I think he will. The NFC South, literally the worst division in the fucking league right now. So, which is weird because we used to be like the best. So it's pretty shitty right now. But yeah, the Steelers end up winning. One of the worst teams in NFL, beating.
That was good. If you would have picked that, anyone out there, touche to you, brother.
There's
Touche.
nobody picking that, bro. No way, nobody's picking the fucking Steelers.
Not even a Steelers fans picking at that.
Yeah, nah, man, they really don't. But that goes to show you about the NFL, man. Shit can just fucking go crazy.
Good
man.
to see. Good to see.
Good to see, though, for sure.
We all
But,
taking that L.
all taking the L on that one. Yeah, me, you, and Jesse getting the straight L on that one. But moving into the next one, we got the Panthers and the Rams. We kind of figured this one would have happened. Rams 24, Panthers 10.
Robbie Anderson getting thrown out of the game, and Robbie Anderson instantly gets thrown out of the game, gets traded the next day.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Traded to the Cardinals too.
Wasn't he like yelling? Him and the coach had like a
something like that.
Yeah, I think they like yelled at each other or some shit. They had some, sideline bullshit happen. But this team needs like a complete rebuild at this point, I think. I think they need to go ahead and get rid of Baker. They need to get rid of Christian. They need to, your boy Anderson's gone. It's time for them to just try something.
DJ Moore is next off the block next, I feel like.
Yeah,
DJ Moore is they should get called by the Packers. I'm telling you, that'd be huge. Patriots, that's another one.
Give Rodgers something because he has nothing but old.
Honestly, another one I could see doing it is the fucking Giants with all their receiving core hurt. Like, bro, like,
can you imagine if the Giants had a solid receiver or two? Like, they would.
No fucking shit.
They're 5-1 right now.
Sign OBJ back once he gets back and fucking trade for DJ Moore, bro. Call it a day.
Oh, man.
For real though, why not?
No, I'm with you.
He just won a Super Bowl. I mean, he's not bad. Pretty sure he did pretty damn good in that Super Bowl too, if I'm not mistaken.
OBJ is a legend down here, especially in Louisiana.
He is a legend. No, he is a legend. I fuck with him.
He was he's a great receiver, man. He just has a little bit of an ego, but I mean, overall, I still think he's a great receiver.
Great.
Interesting to see what they do.
I'm interested to see where he goes. Yeah, in a couple weeks we'll be talking about that, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure. But that was a pretty good game. 24-10. Not much to take away. We all picked
the 1-5 Panthers. Hate to break it to you. That's tough if you're a Panthers fan, Oscar.
Yeah,
sorry, brother.
Poor Oscar, man. But the Saints aren't too far behind, so I can't really say too much. The one win they do have is against the Saints, so it's fucking annoying. But
oh, that's cringe.
We should have won that game. But nevertheless, moving on to the next, we got the Seahawks and the Cardinals. The Seahawks.
Like you again, looking at the crystal ball, you think Geno Smith is the fucking next savior.
Dude, I mean, I'm not hating on Geno at all right now, bro.
Kyler Murray's just blowing it.
Yeah, and one of my main, reasons why I picked this one was because they were at Seattle, which I think does play a part.
12th man?
Do have a good, the 12th man really does throw down.
They're not the Legion of Boom no more though, so it's not like it used to be.
They're not, but they still will hold a presence.
Oh yeah.
It'd be a different story if D Hop was back. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But he's not.
He'll be back soon. He just got activated.
But, he'll be back this week.
And they got Robbie Anderson too, but they just lost Marquise Goodwin. He could be out for the year. Could be out for the year there. We'll see how it goes. Kyle, 100 yards rushing.
Fair enough. You lose Marquise and get Hop. I mean,
solid.
I don't know if it's that big of a disadvantage, but it will hurt a little, but not too much with what you have coming back. But nevertheless, the Seahawks end up winning that game 19-9. So they're 3-3 now, 2-1 at home. So I think they play next week. They play the Cardinals. So I'm sorry, not the Cardinals. They play the who do they play next week?
The Seahawks. Seahawks are going to the Chargers, dude. And should be an interesting one.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting one to talk about. But Seahawks 19,
nice pick.
Cardinals 9. I mean, I'll go ahead and take that one pick one of few picks that I got right. You know what I'm saying? But next game we'll go to potential game of the week right here. Too.
The game of the week. Really.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna go ahead and give it. Yeah, it was a great game.
By far the game of the week.
Bills win this game, but it could have gone either way. To be honest,
it could have. Oh yeah. You had the Titans facing off against each other.
Yeah, we all picked the
Absolute
Bills on
Titans.
this one. We picked the Bills on this one.
I know
But it
I
was a
did. I
close
know why
game.
you said that. I know I love Patty Mahomes. It's just I just knew the first time that Josh Allen could play Mahomes again, he was getting him back. He had to get him back.
So, do you think Bills are the best team in the league?
Yeah, they are. I
Okay,
think
still
I think they would beat the Eagles.
Okay.
I do think they would beat the Eagles. Like almost the Eagles. You know what I mean? They look like they would toughen it up even against the Cowboys there. So imagine if they played that Bills defense.
Yeah, and
I don't
Patty
know.
Patty had a pretty decent day.
He
338,
did.
2 TDs. I mean, even though on the L, like they still did great. But your boy Diggs, 10 receptions, 148.
Josh Allen just does Josh Allen things too, dude. They're
Like,
them
I don't
two
even need
guys.
to read Josh Allen stats anymore because they're all the same every week. A lot of
No
TDs
fooling.
and a lot of fucking yards, man.
Yeah, he just gets it done, bro. Kid's the man. He's great to watch. He's good football on and off the field too. He's a great guy.
Yeah, I'm picking him as my. If I had to take a QB out of anybody in the league, I'm taking him.
I'm taking Mahomes still. I'm still taking
Still?
Mahomes. I would take either one of them, really. You could give me either
Okay.
one. I'd be happy to be fair. Either one.
I hear you,
But I like
hear you.
Mahomes a little bit more.
No, fair enough, fair enough. So moving on to the next game, we got the Eagles and the Cowboys.
We all
Eagles-
wanted. Me and you wanted
Yeah.
just the rush hour to continue.
we did, and it almost did. I mean, it's not like they got their ass kicked or anything. It was
fuck no.
26-17. The
The Eagles
won.
did everything in the second quarter and then lucked
Yeah.
out with a couple field goals at the end. What do you mean? I mean, at the end of the day, if the Eagles don't get 3 picks, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? If the Eagles don't get 3 picks that game, the Cowboys might win that game.
Yeah.
Zeke
See,
didn't
here's the
look
thing.
bad.
Zeke didn't look bad, but they lose when Zeke looks good. So, like, it's like.
I blame Cooper Rush big time on this. 20 incomplete passes here. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, he had an off game and 3 interceptions for sure. That
He
was
did
the
play
first,
a dog of a defense though.
That was the first showing of Cooper Rush where you're like, okay, maybe he's that newcomb jitters kind of wore off. You know what I mean? But let's not act like Jalen Hurts. I mean, yeah, Jalen Hurts is a great fantasy player. He
We were in
scores
happy
touchdowns.
hour. It wasn't rush hour.
Yeah, that's a happy hour indeed. Might have been drunk for that game. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, Jalen
Jesse
Hurts had
took the easy pick there with the Eagles coming out. Me and you
He
wanted
did, he
the rush
did.
hour to
And-
continue. Turned
and
into a happy hour.
shout out to him. He picked Philly. I mean, Philly. I mean, they might not be the first, but they're the second best team in the league. I think they're
At
looking
6-0,
good.
they look good. They look good. They just haven't beat teams like they haven't had to beat the Chiefs yet, or they haven't had to try to beat the Bills. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or haven't had to play the Vikings or even the Jets.
Yeah. And
So-
fair enough. But I mean, needless to say, they don't make the schedule. So 6-0 Eagles.
True, they're beating who they're playing against, so that's all they can
That's
do.
right. So shout out to the Eagles. One of the are they the only undefeated team?
They are. They are.
They're the only undefeated team. So
Yep.
yeah.
And then you got the 5-1 Bills, and then you got the 5-1 Vikings.
All right, so shout out Eagles on that, man. Only undefeated team. But going back to the we talked about the Monday night game again. The Chargers and the Broncos. That was just a crazy game, huh? I mean,
It
Chargers-
was. Yeah. And then the
Close
buys,
that
dude. It's pretty upsetting though, the buys too this week. Having the Lions. I like watching the Lions. Same with the Raiders, Titans, and the Texans. Like no one wants to watch the Texans though, but the other 3 teams are nice to watch on Sunday.
Nobody wants to take. Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, let's be real. Like Texans are like what, the second worst team in football?
Yeah, they're definitely down there for sure.
One of them, right?
Mhm.
I mean, either way, to go through the tallies. So going over the tallies of the week, I'll grab 7 for 14. You also did 7 for 14, and touche to Jesse with the 8 for 14 because I misclicked them.
Damn, 8 for yeah. On the
Not
Jets, you know.
Pretty nice there. And then going to game of the week, I feel like we won that. We took that one with the Bills with the Chiefs. Jesse would have been there. The Cowboys versus Eagles. I mean, I wouldn't call that the game of the week, to be fair.
It wasn't the game of the week, but it was definitely.
It was good.
close.
It was up there.
But it wasn't like the Bills and the Chiefs. So
See, I wanted the biggest upset to go to the Cowboys beating the Eagles, which, obviously was just a fascination of my imagination. So,
let's take a bow, Jesse.
and then you and Jesse get the Jets beating the Packers, which is touche to you. Great pick.
Yeah. I've been solid on the game of the weeks and biggest upsets, not so much on
I agree.
the actual picks.
Oh, I agree.
These have been pretty solid for me, but needless to say, let's move to
Moving
week
on
7,
to
man.
week number 7. Starting off with a Thursday night bout here.
Let's
Finally.
go, baby.
Finally, we change.
Finally,
We change it up.
a decent game on Thursday. The Saints have actually been looking good. They threw this game away at the end against the Bengals, but they actually looked pretty solid, even with
Saints at the
the Red
Cardinals.
Rocket. Yeah, the Saints at the Cardinals. D-Hop's back. What's up?
D-Hop's back, and they got Robbie Anderson.
Yeah,
Will he
but
play this first game back? I don't know. Same with D-Hop, not quite sure.
yeah,
I'm sure he will, but we'll just have to. I'm taking the Cardinals here. Who do you got?
yeah, I'm gonna take the Saints here only because I love the Saints, and also we looked pretty good last weekend. I think just a couple minor errors, we could have won that game. This is my also my upset of the week. Because people are going to be picking the Cardinals all the way on this one. I would. Think.
Yeah. Oh, they have the spread big time.
Back.
I think they have the spread by like 6 or 7 right now. 6, I believe.
Bruh, your boy Taysom. I think they're going to incorporate him a little bit more against this Cardinal defense. So I'll take the Saints on this one. But I mean, obviously, this is upset alert for sure. But give me the Saints.
Yeah, solid pick there. Great one. I feel like this might be one of the best Thursday night games we'll get this year. So I'm pumped to watch this one. And then slide right into those the Sunday morning games here. Starting with the Browns going to Baltimore with the Ravens.
Yeah, you got to go with the Ravens. You're in Baltimore, right? The Browns looked mediocre. So, I mean, even though we had talked about the Ravens and people are kind of figuring them out, we can't really count out Lamar. I mean, Mark Andrews is still getting the TDs. They're still driving the ball necessarily, but I think they're going to beat the Browns, no problem.
Yeah, I think they're going to beat the Browns too. They're going to come back, get to play at home, really get the feel back in. The Browns have just taken a couple close ones and took a couple tough L's. I think the Ravens take it out. I'm agreeing with you there.
For sure.
Go to the next one. This one's actually kind of interesting, to be fair. The Bucs at the Panthers.
Yeah, this isn't really interesting to me at all. Fucking Bucks all the way. The Panthers are literally probably the worst team in the NFL, minus the Titans. I mean the Texans.
Yeah, I agree.
Even though Tom had a weird week, I still think that they're gonna bounce back and definitely beat the Panthers because the Panthers, I think, a 5A high school team might compete with them right now. So.
I kind of agree. Yeah, I agree with you there. There's the GOAT. He's going to bounce back. I don't care what's going on, really. At the end of the day, he's still going to not lose to the 1-5 Panthers. I don't see it happen at all, especially with Baker, the worst QBR in the league. They got the Bucs. Next game, this actually could be a closer game of the week. I don't think it will be, but I think it'll be close. Which is we got the Falcons at the Bengals.
Yeah, I mean, this one, potential game
might be a shootout.
Yeah, I think it may be a high-scoring game. I agree with you on this, but of course, I'm going to be taking Joey B in this one. You're at Cincinnati. Joey's coming off of a dub. Him and Jamar are syncing up, and you love to see that mixture of Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins. And you know what? Mixon might break out for a game right here, man. He's been kind of quiet, but
I've been waiting for him to do it, but every time I say that, it just doesn't happen.
Falcons have a terrible D, so let's go with the Bengals on this one, man. I think the Bengals are going to take it, but I do think it will be a close game.
I do too. I think it'll be a shootout, but I am going to go ahead and ride with the Bengals here as well.
Okay.
And next game here, moving into the Lions at the Cowboys. Lions coming off a bye. They got Swift back. They're going to have Amon-Ra St. Brown back.
Man, that's this one right here, man.
But Dak might be back on the other side as well.
Yeah,
it'll be a good game.
And you're in Dallas, so.
And you're in Dallas.
Yeah, give me the Cowboys on this one, and I could, this one goes either way for me, honestly. Especially with Swift coming back and Brown coming back, two great assets for the Lions. But I think playing in Dallas, the Cowboys going to shake back. Watch for Tony Pollard this week. Even though Zeke had a good week, I think he's going to get pissed off and run a little bit. So give me the Cowboys on this one.
This is going to be the second game. I'm going to disagree with you here. I am going to take the Lions. I think the Lions are going to come back very, very strong. And I think this is consideration for biggest upset because I think the Cowboys are going to have them on the spread, especially with the way the Lions have been playing recently without them too. I'm not sure how they're going to play when they come back. I do think the Lions snap back right into it.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, man. Like I really
This
do.
could go
Like,
either way, though.
goes
To be
either way
fair,
for me, man. Like I don't know. Do I stay on this TB Junior wave, or do I just is Dak coming back and just going ham? Who really knows what's gonna happen in this game?
to
But
be fair, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a
it'll
game
be a
of the
good
week
one.
as
It'll be a good
possibility
one.
too.
Yeah, I agree. It can be game of the week and upset of the week. At the
Facts.
same time.
I agree. Now, moving to the next one here, even Giants at the Jaguars.
So obviously, off the rip, you want to say Giants, right? Like you're like, oh my God, like
Yep.
Giants 5-1, they've been killing it. Jags been kind of in a slump, but I don't know, man. This
could be a really good one too.
This could be a really good game.
This is actually my game of the week, by the way.
Game of the week right here. Oh, solid, right here. This is definitely worthy. But give me the Giants on this one. I just think that defense is really good. Too much for Mr. Trevor Lawrence. So give me the Giants on this one.
I agree. I am going to take the Giants at the end. I do think the Giants squeak it out here. Danny Jones is looking good. Saquon still running like a machine. But I do think this game is going to be a hell of a game.
For sure.
It's kind of up there, but I'll take that for the game of the week. Moving into the next one here, one of the last games in the 1 o'clock slot, which is the Packers at the Commanders.
This one right here, bro.
This might be This might be a stomping. This could be a stomping here.
Yeah. I think Aaron Rodgers is pissed off because they fucking lost to the Jets, right? I think he's mad. He's like, well, you know what? Guess what? If they're not gonna fucking catch the ball, I'm gonna throw it.
Get
to
me
myself.
anything to throw it to.
I'm gonna
like
throw
no
it to
fooling.
myself and run it in, right?
No fooling.
So give me the Packs on this one. The Commanders they did win this week, but I'm still give me that because
I'm taking the Packers all the way with you, dude.
Yeah.
There's no way Aaron Rodgers loses here. I don't care if they're in Washington. They got Heineke. Packers are gonna just show them what's up. Can't afford to lose this one, really.
Yeah, give me the pass on now.
Last game of the 1 o'clock slot, we got the Colts at the Titans here.
This one's interesting, right? Titans coming off a bye, right? Probably being a little more healthier than normal, but the Colts coming off of a win, right? That Ryan looking fire. Is Pittman gonna go ahead and rebound on this one? Or say rebound to go reproduce on this one because he had a great game last week. So give me the Colts on this one. I have a feeling that the Titans are gonna win. I really do. But give me the Colts on this one.
I got the Colts on this one as well. I do think this is something that's going to be a bounce back game for him. I do believe Jonathan Taylor comes back as well, which is going to be nice for him.
Well, then they lose, right?
Imagine. But nah, I'm going to go Colts with you all the way.
All right.
Before we slide into that 4 o'clock zone, we got the Texans at the Raiders. Raiders off a bye, Texans off a bye.
Well,
Interesting.
We already know this. I mean, even though the Raiders have been losing, they should have won at least the last 2 or 3 games. So give me the Raiders here. The Texans are just a terrible
Not
team.
it. I agree. I agree.
And they're at Raiders. So yeah, give me the Raiders here.
Taking the Raiders with you there. Kind of just easy to move by that game. No one's going to really want to watch it unless you want to see Devontae kind of come back because he's still not suspended. So he's good to go. Now we got the Jets at the Broncos.
I want to know what your pick is first because
You want my pick on this one?
Yeah, are you finally a Jets believer?
I'm not.
Oh my
They're in
God.
Denver. They're in Denver.
You're really gonna pick the Broncos?
I am gonna pick the Broncos here. I don't think the Jets are that good. They're a hoax, dude. The Jets are a hoax.
Oh my gosh.
The Jets are a hoax. I got the Broncos all day.
Okay, well, go ahead and thank you for this extra win. Go ahead and throw the Jets for me. Did you just watch the Broncos play? They're trash.
They play the Chargers, not the damn Jets.
I'm sorry?
You understand this?
Yes, but still.
Well, let me ask you this. Who's the better, the Chargers or the Jets?
I think the Jets.
You are fucking cooked. I'm glad you're smoked, bro. You are smoked. You are
just watch
smoked.
The Chargers play. They have no offense other than Austin Eckler.
The Chargers are 4-2 as well as the Jets.
Yeah, they barely won tonight. Barely.
The Jets, bro, you're bugging. Okay, I get it. The Jets are 3-0 away too.
Let's
so want to be 4-0.
If they fucking win this week,
you're fucking nuts.
You better be a Jets believer.
I will never be a Jets believer.
Where's Jesse when I need him?
Dude, you're crazy. I think that you're outlandish.
You thought you said the same shit last week, and what happened?
Is this shit? Okay. So you got the Jets here.
Yeah,
Let's move on to the next game here. Chiefs at the 49ers here.
Oh, well, give me the Chiefs all day right here. Patty's gonna be coming off of an L. He's gonna be pissed off. My boy Kelsey's gonna do some work.
Oh yeah.
49ers. I mean, they're in a weird.
49ers are kind of a hoax too, kind of low key.
They're 3-3. You know, like I'm not super like.
At least they're playing at
disappointed with
home
them.
because they're 1-3 away. You know, they're not winning
Yeah,
away.
they're definitely not winning away. But I still think the Chiefs are too strong.
I do too, especially off an L.
Chiefs on that one.
Oh yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs too, especially off an L. Mahomes is coming out firing. I think they might clap him hard here. Actually, to be fair, I think they might come out really firing. Next game, we got the Seahawks at the Chargers. Your beloved Seahawks.
Yeah, normally I would have picked the Chargers 100% right here, but
Ain't no way you're taking the fucking Seahawks.
after watching them tonight, I am very, very discouraged by the Chargers offense. There's nothing there, man, besides Eckler, really. And if Eckler so happens to tweak something, which he's known and prone for, yeah, man, they're done.
You going with the Seahawks this pick?
Give me the fucking Seahawks right here, coming off of fucking. Did they have a bye this week? Yeah, no, they didn't have a bye this week. They ended up kicking the fucking Cardinals' ass. So yeah, give me the Seahawks right here.
All right, I'm gonna disagree with you. Chargers snap back to reality. I think the Chargers are a better team than the Jets. They are a better team than the Seahawks. I don't know. I mean, they're getting it done with Herbert still being recovering, still kind of feeling it. You can tell.
I don't think
doesn't
he's
all
ever
look all
gonna
there.
recover though. You know what I'm saying? Like he plays every week. So
We'll see.
I don't know. You don't recover from rib injury.
They didn't even have any of their receivers. They didn't have Keenan Allen. Mike Williams was held to all his yardage. You got Palmer as their lead receiver with 9
When
receptions.
does Keenan Allen come back? Do you know?
Next week, I believe.
Comes back
next week. Next week.
Yeah, he's
Perfect
coming
timing,
on.
right? For you to get this pick wrong.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, if he comes back, I would give you the little bit of a chance to say.
And
that
they're
they
playing
made
at
it.
home too.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll have to see what that goes to. Last 4 o'clock game there. Before this is the 8 o'clock game. This is also potential for biggest upset for me.
Yeah.
I got the Steelers here.
Yeah.
Steelers at the Dolphins, even at home in Miami. They're ready for Tua to play this game. They said.
Yeah. The Steelers got them a decent win against the Bucks this past week, and which was very crazy. But I really can't. I'm not on board with the Steelers yet, man. Give me the Dolphins here. It could go either way. I agree. But if Tua comes back, definitely the Dolphins. But even if he doesn't come back, I still think we're gonna go ahead and take the Dolphins on this one, 100%.
Yeah, I guess you would call this the biggest upset. 'Cause I said the Lions beat the Cowboys, but I don't know if that's really an upset, right? Would you call that an upset? I feel like they're pretty even of teams.
I don't know, man. The Cowboys.
What would you say is more of an upset? The Steelers beating the Dolphins or the Lions beating the Cowboys?
The Steelers beating the Dolphins, 100%.
Yeah, so I'll take that as my game of the week there. The Steelers winning this game. Kind of outlandish. I just like how good they played against the Bucks. They look good, finally. We'll just see how it goes. I mean, I think this could go really either way. If Tua comes back, though, it definitely hurts the chances. For sure, big time. Now, moving into the Monday night game. We got the Bears at the Patriots.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. I'm gonna hop on the Pats bandwagon, and give me the Pats here against the Bears. Terrible Bears team.
Ain't no way.
Yeah. There's no. It's crazy. We also said there ain't no way with the Pats and the Jets. We saw how that happened.
They're not coming to Foxborough though. They're gonna learn. They're gonna learn quick. They're 0-3 away. They're gonna be at 0-4.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Zappy's looking legit.
Yeah, I agree with you. Give me the Pats. Give me the Pats on this one.
For sure. I'm right there with you, brother. Just go over some notable buys here as well. Bills are on a bye, unfortunately. The Vikings are on a bye. The Eagles are on a bye. And the Rams.
That's a tough fantasy buy for everybody, right? If you have Josh Allen, if you have Justin Jefferson, if you have
Diggs,
if you have Jalen Hurts,
Cooks.
Cooper Kupp. I mean,
Dude,
It's
oh
just a
my
big
God.
fantasy week for people that have you're really going to test out your lineup as far as your bench players because you have a
You're
lot
gonna
of
be
your
stretching
starters
that
going to be
lineup
out.
week, especially
Yeah.
a lot of people are invested in a couple of these, a good of all these teams,
Yeah,
realistically,
yeah,
right?
absolutely,
You're
absolutely.
talking about
I'm
Jalen
in a
Hurts,
bind here.
Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, two of the best two fantasy quarterbacks right
I
now.
have them both
Literally,
starting in the league.
literally the three best fantasy wide receivers: Justin
Yeah,
Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, and Stephon Diggs.
yeah.
Talking Higbee, the highest receiving tight end in fantasy. You know,
Yes, sir.
it's crazy. Some of the biggest
Yeah,
defenses,
yeah.
even
If you have
tough
some
one.
good defensive, or you have some good players in fantasy that are like 5-0, 6-0 with these teams, when they go on bye, this may be their week to lose.
Oh
So
yeah,
keep a lookout if you're playing any of these guys, and if you have these guys, make sure you have a decent lineup to go ahead and sub out for these guys.
oh yeah, for sure. So overall, who do you have as your game of the week when you lock it in with stone?
My game of the week, I have the Falcons and the Bengals. I think
Ooh,
this is
I
going
love
to be
that.
a really good game. I think the Bengals win it, but like I said earlier, I think it's going to be a really close game.
Solid.
But yeah,
And I got the Giants versus the Jags, and then you got the Saints beating the Cardinals, and I got the Steelers beating the Dolphins. It's pretty solid there.
Yeah, it is very
As everybody looks forward to that last segment.
Yeah, this one I actually kind of enjoyed this one. I busy at work today. Usually get to pick at it at work, but this afternoon I kind of got to sit here and really think about some really crazy questions. So this is kind of like off topic. It is NFL related, but it doesn't necessarily have to do with players.
Okay.
So I want to go ahead and throw some just weird curveballs at you and let me know what you think.
Absolutely.
All right.
Let's do it.
So with question number 1, would you rather lose every Super Bowl you appear at or never go?
How many times are you saying I'm going? Because you said every Super Bowl. So
Like
am I going
every
to like
so
3,
every
like
so
10,
say
12?
okay, that's fine. Okay, let's say
Am I going to 1? You know what I mean? Am I going to
let's
2?
I mean, I feel like
I need it because, you know what I mean? Going to like
let's
losing
just go to
everyone and just being 1, like,
okay, let's go. Would you rather go to 1 Super Bowl
hmm
or never? Or lose, I'm sorry, forgive me. Would you lose the 1 Super Bowl you go to
hmm
or never go?
Oof. I'd rather just lose the 1 Super Bowl I go to be fair. You know what I mean?
Okay.
At the end of the day, like, I mean, you win some, you lose some, but to get there, it's an achievement. You proved everyone, at least
But
on
you
one
live.
side of the ball, that you got there.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you're one player out of a whole team, so you can only do so much, right, as an individual.
Okay.
So yeah, I would rather just lose one. I mean, at least you went there, you got to get that experience. So even that next time, if you did get a chance, you'd be ready.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'd go with.
I like that answer. All right, here's a fan question for you. Would you rather go to a regular? We're talking about. Let's say the Pats are in a Super Bowl, right?
hmm
Would you go to a regular season game on the sideline, or would you be in the Super Bowl in the rafters?
Super Bowl in the rafters.
Okay. I
So
figured that would be a
maybe
pretty
just
easy
speaking as a
question.
fan, just because like I've been to so many games now, like I do get pretty good seats. Like shout out to Mikey, my boy.
Yeah.
But
I saw them seats; they were solid as hell.
those just a gas, brother. Been in the fitness family for a while, so do appreciate the homie for that. But I would definitely want to see one from the rafters. It could be like a once in a lifetime thing for a lot of teams as well. So yeah, fuck it, why not?
Okay.
Wherever
Well,
I could
like
be,
that.
let me get that atmosphere, let me get that feel, brother.
All right. Last question. Would you rather see your favorite player of all time go to prison
Oof.
or go to your rival team?
Rival team, of course. Never want anyone to go to jail. That's tough. That's like the Henry Ruggs situation. That's brutal. Kid was set out to be an absolute monster.
What about your boy Hernandez?
That's tough too, dude. You know what I mean? You can't
know.
predict that type of shit. That's tough. So yeah, of course, obviously to a rival team, but
Okay. And it's what, just speaking back on them, like, my opinion on these as far as, I'm with you. I think I would rather, lose a Super Bowl that I appeared at rather than never go. Also, I'm with you. I'd rather see like the Super Bowl in the fucking rafters than be at the sideline. Although
yeah.
I think the sideline would be really dope. Can you imagine being like standing right next to a fucking player watching the game? I think that'd be pretty tight
Oh yeah, that'd be super tight, dude, for sure.
overall. But then again, like once in a lifetime, Super Bowl, like you can't. Like if I saw the fucking Saints win the Super Bowl and I was there, I mean that's just an
I
amazing.
mean, naughty, absolutely
that'd be
bananas.
crazy. And then yeah, I'm with you. I'd probably
So I have one question for you, actually.
Okay, let me hear.
So would you rather go to one Super Bowl, like you got to go to a game, right? Would you rather just go to that one Super Bowl and you like go to the game and you lost it,
Okay.
or would you rather would you rather see would you rather see your team win one Super Bowl but you didn't get to go there, or would you rather you get to see one Super Bowl ever and you get to go watch that Super Bowl?
I'd probably rather my team just win the Super Bowl.
Just win one,
Even if I
then
wasn't
go there
there.
and lose it. Really?
Yeah, for sure, man. Cause I mean, like, it don't matter where I'm at, bro. I'm having a good
Facts.
time. with my
I'm
fucking
hip.
team
I'm the
fucking
same
winning.
way, dude.
Like,
Let my
I
team
am
just win.
so-
Fuck it at the end of the day from there, right?
Yeah, if I'm with some people that I'm around, even if I was by myself.
Fuck it, if I was there, I'd say it was my fault I was there and we lost it, right?
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. But nevertheless, man, we got some good picks this week, some good
For
games.
sure. Let's get a
Kind
rebound.
of a weird schedule, but we definitely need a rebound after last week.
I think after we looked at the games at the beginning of it, me and you were talking even off the cast, like just saying that like some of these games, like what the hell are these? But then once you dive into them, really, they're like, damn, they're actually have some pretty fucking good games again. You know?
Yeah, they really do, man. I'm looking forward to this week. Football's been good this year, man. It's been a
It is.
good year, even
It's
though
been fun.
my Saints have been a little trash, but
Pats didn't look good
overall-
every game either. I'm right there
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah, we it's like the Pats have always been good in the last 10 years. Saints have always been good with Tom Brady and with Drew Brees. We've had some good elite quarterbacks, and now we don't. So it's cool to see how
For
the
sure.
teams can adapt because we're
Oh,
so
yeah.
used to, like you really appreciate those good quarterbacks like we used to have.
Oh yeah,
And it's good football all around.
for sure. Well, again, guys, as always, thank you for joining me, dog. Everyone.
Absolutely, man.
Thank you for listening. I'm Pluto. This is Guz. We'll be back
Night.
next week. Good night.